The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
At some point I'm going to want to have a meeting with Lyle when it's convenient.
We work here,
Yeah,
but we should do some things with the gamer and his job for it.
The gamer would have read the paper and just gone, oh, this is why I don't read the papers.
Do you wish me to shred and recycle the paper? Please specify your answer in the special keypad provided.
Yes. Oh no.
It seems you're having trouble using the keypad. I will try to interpret what you have tried to type and enter it in the answer for you. You have typed yes. The newspaper will now be recycled when you have done reading it, and only when you have completely read it.
and there's your breakfast for tomorrow.
Yep. Right. Oh,
You will need to leave in 20 minutes at the latest if you wish to attend work on time.
yes, I'll grab a quick shower and head down. Shower. Where are the showers?
In the personal
Oh,
quarters.
I would have known that. Yep.
Please specify the kind of liquid you would like to shower with by entering it in the keypad provided. What do you actually want, Stephen?
Water.
You've selected gamer fuel.
I was thinking exotic butters.
17.
It appears you're having trouble using the keypad. I will fill out the entry for you based on what I think you have typed. You have selected raspberry syrup.
No.
Please enter the kind of liquid you would like in the showers by using the keypad provided.
Is there another way I can enter the data?
There is none. Ever.
18.
It appears you are having trouble using the keypad. I see what you are trying to type and will enter it for you. You have selected soapy water.
Excellent.
Mixed with poop. No. Why would that ever be an option?
Exactly.
Yep. I'll have a shower and head off to work.
The shower is very forceful. It's like got the best pressure you've seen in a shower, and I mean ever. You were so unprepared for it, it was like being full body punched.
Yep. Oh, that's not, oh, once you get used to it, that's good.
You are having as much trouble breathing as a fat man running a game.
Alright. Get this over and done and get out. Right. Turn it off.
Stand by for drying.
Oh no. If there was a bar, I would have grabbed the bar.
There's a bar.
I'd be going on the bar.
It's actually kind of nice in a very specific way.
I will not tell anyone about this ever. Ever. I go get dressed and head off to
A
work.
comb slides out. There's a mirror. Stand by for light deodorant spritzing. There you go.
Head out.
We noticed your reticence about the light deodorant spritzing. You may choose a force of deodorant spritzing by entering it in the keypad provided. No other base functions may be continued until you have...
Natural 20!
I notice you are having trouble with the keypad, so I will fill out what I think you are typing. You have selected, I will choose later.
That's worse, actually. Right, I'll head to work. How many DMV vans, buses, trucks, motorwheels out there that have a weird DMV stop? I don't know. I'm just sort of throwing it out there.
None.
Okay, I'll head to
You
work.
don't perceive any. No, it's too late now.
Not loud. It is 31.
For what?
Perceiving.
Okay, there's no vans parked in the foyer of your work. There is, however, a receptionist. You recognize her. Her name is... I don't remember. It's not relevant.
Never been
Like
relevant.
all women. They're just objects. Isn't that right, Internet?
Women are things.
I didn't say it. Lee Majors did.
I'll sign in. You have a good day yesterday?
I suppose so.
It's Valentine's Day.
That means literally nothing when you don't have anyone.
Oh, I thought a cute girl like you would have someone.
You. That's a form of abuse. She says good-naturedly.
You have a good day.
You too.
I'll head to my workstation.
That's right. You just arrived. No, she's not here. No, just kidding.
Meanwhile, the elevator.
Well...
What?
Well, we ordered a bunch of work for you.
Oh, well, then
So
I'll make it
now
up for you guys today.
Now I want details. All the gushy, wet details.
I don't think you do.
Let me guess, you played video games all day.
No. Worse.
You watched The Phantom Menace again. Why? If only a hero would stop that! Or a team of heroes, only 2 people selected, as opposed to being selfish and wanting just one person to do it. The 2 people who selected team are anonymously congratulated. And they may receive 1 Brendan point. Which has no value or any use.
Yeah. I was going to say, are they absent at the moment?
I don't have any here. They can be exchanged for an application of hot resin to your crotch.
Can we exchange it with someone else to let them have that?
Oh, absolutely!
Alright, Shannon, would you like it?
No.
Too bad!
Can't have it back!
Deep in Ned.
I don't think so, Tim.
Just under a dirham? Like transfer.
Yeah, to Brendan, you can't come back to the table until you've applied
And it
hot
might
resin to Jacinda Ardern's gaping ooze.
Yeah, and it might seal it up so she can't breathe again.
As long as you use the right hot ooze.
Come on.
Welcome back to a regular 12 night. 5-year-old. Fucking mental monk. Stinky brainer. That's a ceiling gang face. Well, that's it. So for Valentine's Day, you just watched The Phantom Menace
Oh, we
with your hot girlfriend.
yeah, well, we can't talk much more about anything else. We went out to the movies as well.
Oh, that's something.
But she only had a short amount of time.
I understand. I mean, after all, the paper's done nothing but lambaste her for taking time off to have sex with you.
If it was true, then... But
I found a new paper I like. It's better. It's not free, but it says it is.
no, there was the free...
Here, try it out. Now,
The free press in the Spider-Man or PlayStation font title.
it is in fact both at the same time.
Anti-Mutant Conspiracy? Question mark? By Biff Chetson.
Yeah.
Recently, a DMV operation resulted in a heavy destruction of a building. An older building topped with a church. What kind of building? But the question no one is asking is why? Why was the DMV operating in that building? And why did it blow up? Some answers we can deduce. The DMV remit is very limited, implying there was a mutant-related activity within. City records tell us that the building was owned by the Catholic Church, and the church tells us it was leased by a local community group, listed in the papers as Pure Faith International. All above board, nice and legal, except that Pure Faith International is a paper-incorporated charity comprised of no real alive human people at all. When researching the group, no record can be traced to an actual person. One postal address was even a vacant lot, which before it was vacant was a bottling plant. No CEO or bursar can be treated back to a person. In some cases, an in-depth check into PFI's tax records, which are available as charity, reveals that the accounts used are filled whole cloth from Swiss account transfer notes, which is not illegal or wrong inherently, but is telling. What is also telling is a check into what this charity purports to do with its money. According to its charter, it promotes and implements an understanding into the sanctity of the soul and its exclusion for the inhuman, which must mean, based on what they actually do with the money, funding anti-mutant militant groups. Whether they are aware of it or not, large amounts of money, which can be traced to PFI expense accounts, have been found by DMV raids on militant terrorist anti-mutant groups such as Human First, Mutant Down, Subspecies Servitude Syndicate, and the Labour Party. Of course, this does not do more than imply complicity, but when combined with the DMV action, which destroyed a building in town recently, you can form your own opinions. Of course, representatives cannot comment because they are not real people.
I don't have a... No.
Let's try!
Nerd crime results in few deaths. Kathy Baxter. The so-called nerd murders have so far totaled approximately 3 deaths and nearly 50 thefts and fewer assaults. The compulsive method behind these crimes makes it clear that an outside force is responsible, be it influence, power, or chemical, and so far the purpose, if any, behind these crimes cannot be discerned, nor the cause narrowed down, even by our recently restored detectives. We must ask ourselves, are they directed, or is this some form of random brain programming through flashing lights in video games, or criminal impulses from an unknowing mutant? In any case, the nerd murders is an inappropriate term only used to sensationalize and misdirect fear. A much more suitable appellation would be the impulse crimes.
Slavery Still Exists by Buddy Flash Gibson. Many places in the world lack America's constitution and more frankly still allow slavery. Many of the African tribes which sold slaves back in the bad old days still sell slaves now. And yet they aren't the only ones. Even jolly old England allows the ownership of slaves so long as they are mutants. Sad news for us is that slavery still exists here, in America as well. We pretend that it doesn't, we ignore the injustice. People are taken from our streets and sold into slavery, shipped offshore in crates, so much government fun. Missing persons departments are chronically underfunded, and the FBI refuses to follow up on the strong leads to these slavery syndicates. No one is trying to stop this, and no one is asking why. The same research which shows the very well-known Saudi Servant Exchange, SSE, making discrete payments to American export companies, which shows payments to said exchange by American companies with overseas factories and mines, alarms anyone who reads it. But not our governor, but not you in Running Deer. Perhaps if the public were to make enough noise, there could be at least be an investigation.
Strange Killings by Albus
Popnik.
Someone in Cold Rocks has been ripping people's spines out. This results in death most of the time, and this time is no exception. Over the last few weeks, several murder victims have been found sans skull and sometimes also spine. The police, newly redetectived, have blamed Satanist occult paganism or something similar. However, this is not the first time it has happened. once in 1987 in Central America and again in 1997 in Los Angeles, and both instances scattered reports of skinned people with skulls removed and spinal avulsion have been reported. One fragment of a police reporting indicates Lieutenant Michael Harrigan was tracking the serial killer, but was removed from duty after he assaulted a government official. We cannot track down or verify this report, nor can we track down the officers of interest in is fact that only the witnesses of the Central American killings have also disappeared. So far there are no witnesses, but the serial killer might have been operating for some time and has clearly honed his craft. So far police have no comment.
No idea what that could be.
Xander's killed one. Sorry, Sulan's killed one. Xander should be able to kill one.
This is going to kill Soviet.
I'll wait till it kills Soviet, then I'll kill it.
Good. I've got a bunch of hero points here for the person who kills Soviet. I mean, helps, that doesn't prevent that. Shut up! Read the thing.
Government Censors Free Press by Kay Lindemann. The fear of a well-informed people has caused the local state government to consider implementing a censorship board. Their purpose would be, the governor said, to But,
Well played.
Look, I wasn't going to write out another whole page.
yeah. It's good use of the space with the censorship. Nice.
For those who are only listening, the back page was blank and that's where the article ends. Yes, so now that you have spent about half an hour reading an entire newspaper in front of me, you can clearly see that this is the better paper and has fewer spelling mistakes, like almost none.
It also doesn't belittle and
Demean you for going out with someone who is way hot.
doesn't belittle
who wouldn't
me.
go out with
Doesn't belittle my cousin. Doesn't belittle.
Wait, your cousin? Your Ultra Girl is your cousin?
No, Miranda Lewis is my cousin.
What?
What?
Next thing you'll be telling me the president is also related to you.
Could
For all I know, he is.
could be. I don't know.
No, no one knows. It's highly unreasonable that someone would have so many prominent relatives in positions of authority and power.
You know who my uncle is?
Well, if Miranda Lewis is your cousin, then your uncle must be Jacob Lewis.
Yes.
You're pausing like there's some significance to that.
Well, he actually has met the president, so.
Yeah, so just a family of heroes.
No, not really. Just he's more of a hero than I am.
So your cousin's in the DMV,
Yes.
and you're dating a mutant vigilante, and you play video games with an obvious mutant, and you haven't dobbed anyone in, I expected to believe.
No, I've never knocked on anyone.
I am going to make a detection roll to see if that is true. I'm always unsure when you're actually telling the truth. If a bad roll means they do believe you, or don't believe you, but in the opposite way. Like, no, I don't perceive through your thing, and therefore believe that you the opposite. Yeah, I should not have made that roll. Oh well, too late. Conspiracy confirmed. Interesting. So, I'm guessing then that you're going to tell me that nothing the paper says about these people are true.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know what my cousin gets up to when she's not working. Or while she's working, I wouldn't have a clue. And I can tell you that Ultra Girl is nothing like what they put it down as in the paper.
So she's not like a superhero?
Oh, no, she is a superhero.
And so she's not super powerful?
Okay, she is super
Or
powerful.
good looking?
No, it's obviously good looking.
I bet she's short then.
No,
So she's in fact a lot like what they say in the paper.
Yeah, but evil slut? No, that's not true.
Well, I should hope not.
No. And again, I can't say anything about my cousin. Well, I don't know what she gets up to.
Good? That would be weird.
I have to go home tonight.
One usually goes home.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, no, she's been to be staying over.
Ultra Girl.
No, Miranda.
Oh. That's going to be awkward.
Oh, it always is. Since she got the blue gloves, it's been interesting.
Yeah, one day I'm going to work out what blue gloves means.
I don't fully know. Cleaner of some sort? I've got no idea.
But so she's a janitor.
Would you think that'd be that kind of...
I mean, I don't know what to think.
I don't know. I don't know myself.
Well, back to
Yep.
work we go.
Back to work. 34. Uh-oh.
Good morning. Good morning. The
But
block is dark.
She would have had to call into work that she was going to be late because of all the setting up the lamps and getting those. Now you're okay for bingo. I have to go to work. And if there's a fire, please just get out of the building. No toasting marshmallows like last time. We don't have any more marshmallows.
Now we have bags of highly flammable gub mellows.
I can spread the fire much further with this.
The thing on the box is like, wow, it's like napalm in my mouth.
It's because it is napalm, you dick.
It'd be the equivalent of one of those polystyrene packing beads.
Oh god! Yeah, it burns so well. And then drive into work and kind of try and sneak back to the desk to assume front desk duties.
You go home, you change, you bus into work. You're at work.
And then, meeting with Lyle at earliest convenience.
Go ahead. There's a bottle of bourbon on his desk that's only got this much in it. And there's like a glass there.
Are you okay?
I watched The Stranger Movie.
Dev, I came to talk to you about that. It has to be stopped.
Right. He pulls open his drawer and pulls out a 38 Chief Special.
No!
Puts the barrel under his jaw and pulls the trigger.
No!
It fires! The bullet bounces off his flesh. Oh right, these are basically worthless.
No, I mean, how much pull do you have with your...
Fuck.
Oh,
so it's a toy.
With your wealth and your big company.
It's not that big, really. On the scale of things, I don't really have that much influence at all.
So you
It's
couldn't...
not like I go to lunch with Dwight Masterton.
So you couldn't, for example, when arranging this archaeologist convention,
Right,
get
yeah.
hold of maybe somebody like George Lucas to be a guest.
Of course. Then while he's there, the fans will explain to him how Star Wars is perfect now and doesn't need anything. I've got an idea.
Well,
Pulls
those
over
of
a
us-
notepad.
Those of us who have seen it, especially that old man in the wheelchair, who he was really insightful. He was like, I didn't understand why I didn't like it, but then he would say things in that mumble old man voice, and I was like, yes, that's exactly why. What the problem is, I didn't realize it until I heard it.
Here, take this.
I didn't realize it, but my brain did.
Put that into action immediately. It says, call George Lucas and invite him on my behalf. And it has my number.
But you have their phone number?
I have Lucasfilm's phone number. I mean, they're a distributor for a number of products we make.
And you want
It's a brilliant idea.
You want me to call?
Well, I can't do it myself. I have to seem like an important organizer.
So, of course, yes, of course, you're
If
too busy.
if they demand it, of course, put them through to Mr. Lowell. I'll sober up quickly with this amazing government-issued sobering liquid made by Pterodino. Ooh, tastes minty and is slightly fizzy. There we...
Mr. Oh, good, he's just asleep.
The bottle says, do not consume if awake.
Oh.
What?
Screw the bottle lid back on. Make sure he's not going to drown in his own whatever.
Come.
Oh.
P. What do you want?
I was thinking more like on his own, like fluids coming out of his mouth or anything.
There's fluids. Okay, you keep him away from the hot resin.
And then I'll use his phone and call the phone number.
Okay. Distribution division.
Hello, I represent Lao Lao of the Deck of Many Things.
Oh, that little old place. What can we do for you?
I was hoping to talk to whoever represents Mr. Lucas about appearing at conventions. We would very much appreciate it if he would be
Oh,
honored if
that
he
little
were-
archaeologist thing up there, huh? Mr.
you-
Lucas doesn't practice archaeology.
Oh, that's just what it's named. It's really about science fiction.
So do you really gather a bunch of nerdlingers together and dance around like faggots in Star Wars costume?
Are you supposed to say that as a representative of Lucasfilm?
Cancel culture doesn't exist yet, sweetheart.
No, but aren't you supposed to talk positively about your product and its fans?
I mean, no. This is like a behind-the-scenes distribution thing, and our contempt for our fans is very obvious, as you will soon see, when The Phantom Menace comes out. Can't wait for that. Oh, man, I hate Star Wars. That's why I went to work for it, Last of Us 2 developers.
You hate...
Anyway, I'll put you through to the person who organizes George Lucas's visits to stupid nerd conventions for dumb fags. Hello?
Hello, my name is...
How did you get this number?
I was given to... It was given to me by my boss, Mr. Lyle Lowell of the Dick of Many Things.
Well, that seems okay. What can I do for you?
I was hoping to speak with a representative of Mr. Lucas so that I could...
You could say you're doing that.
So that... So that we wanted to personally ask him if he would come along to our archaeologist convention that's coming up in Cold Rocks, Nevada.
Well, that's perfect. That's perfect. It's the perfect opportunity to show off the 3 whole movies I have already made and have got ready to go.
Have three of them pale.
It's a multi-day event, right? Oh, we could start with a panel? It'll be wonderful.
It's a weekend, yes.
That's in Nevada, right?
Cold Rocks, Nevada, yes.
Well, that's perfect. I'll be there.
Okay, I'll
Who's the organizer of that? That was that little nerd store. Oh gosh, I love fans so much.
well,
Their passion fuels the fire I need to make better movies, like The Phantom Menace, coming soon.
you made.
It was a love letter to my kids, actually.
I see.
That's why
so-
it has a giant CG rabbit that steps in the poopy. You probably don't know about that revolutionary new Star Wars scene. I can hear her will to live ebbing away.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, Mr. Do you need us to
Also got
send you any paperwork?
Yes, I will need the appropriate business package things. Send them to Rick
Oh, Rick.
Moranis. He's a friend of mine.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Ghostbusters.
Oh, I can also announce my plans for a new special edition of Indiana Jones that just has Nazis and AT-ATs everywhere. Like every scene just packed with more detail than ever before.
Okay, thank you. We'll send that information on as quickly as possible. Thank you, Mr. Lucas.
Okay, certainly. Oh, will your employer also be requesting any special merchandise for the event? Because we have lots of that.
He's got a supplier, unless there's anything that feels particularly exclusive that hasn't been revealed yet, but he has a supplier on all the toys and everything.
God, it would just be judges.
Okay. Well, we don't need the super screen accurate stormtrooper uniforms then.
Oh no, those would be nice. Things like that. I thought you meant with the new movie, because we've got all that stuff coming in. We've got that covered.
I'm really quite excited. There's a new character in Star Wars coming. You can tell your boss about this to get ready for Jar Jar. I've got millions of figures ready to roll out. He's basically going to be the next Darth Vader.
I have to go. You have a pleasant day.
I can tell you're excited. Oh, you haven't seen any copies of the Star Wars Holiday Special around, have you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, feel free to call me back on this number if you ever find any. I got a chainsaw ready to go.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lucas. Bye.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Now you understand why I don't watch any new movies at all anymore.
No!
They all suck.
Is he actually there?
No. Of course not. How would he even get upstairs? In his wheelchair.
That's why it's funny.
I use the ducts.